Welcome! In front of me I have a Motorola Moto E22 and I'm gonna show you how to enable and how to disable the Do Not Disturb mode and also how to customize the settings for it. First, if you want to enable the Do Not Disturb mode, you will need to open the quick panel, and you can do it by swiping down from the top of the screen twice. So once and then twice to open the quick panel. And on this panel, as you can see, we have a couple of icons, and one of them is Do Not Disturb mode icon. And if you want to enable the mode, simply tap on this icon. The icon will change the color and it should say on, which means that the Do Not Disturb mode is enabled. Also, if you press home button to go back to home page, you will see the Do Not Disturb mode icon right here at the top, which indicates that the mode is enabled. And if you want to disable the mode, simply open the quick panel again, tap on the Do Not Disturb mode icon. The icon will go back to gray, and also it will say off on it, which indicates that the Do Not Disturb mode is disabled. Okay, so that's how you enable and disable the mode. If you want to customize some settings for it, you can simply press and hold on the Do Not Disturb mode icon right here to open the Do Not Disturb mode settings. And here we have a couple of options. We have the button to turn on and turn off the mode. Next, we have the category called What Can Interrupt Do Not Disturb. And here basically we can select what can have the sound notification even though you have the Do Not Disturb mode enabled. So if you tap on people, you will see a couple more options like conversations, calls and messages. If you tap on conversations, here you can select which type of conversations will be able to ignore Do Not Disturb mode. You have all conversations, priority conversations, or none. You can select one of the options. And then go back. And next we have calls and messages. If you tap on calls, here you can select who is able to ignore Do Not Disturb mode on your phone. And we have start contacts only. So if you select this option, only people on the start contact list on your phone will be able to go through the Do Not Disturb mode. Next we have the contacts option. If you select this one, only people on your contact list will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. Next option is anyone. If you select this option, every call will go through the Do Not Disturb mode. And then none. If you select this option, none of them will go through basically. And below we have allow repeat callers option, and you can enable it or disable it. And what it does is basically if some people or some person calls you more than once within 15 minute period, the call will go through, basically the sound will go through, and you can enable or disable this option. Okay, let's go back and tap on messages, and here we can select basically same options like for calls. So we have start contacts, contacts, anyone, and none. Select the one you like and then go back to the Do Not Disturb mode settings. Next we have the apps, and here we can select which apps are able to interrupt Do Not Disturb mode. You can tap on add apps. This will open the list of apps, and you can select the app, for example Gmail. And then you can enable which types of notifications can go through Do Not Disturb mode. And once you're done, the Gmail should appear right here on the list. And then we have alarms and other interruptions. And if you tap right here, you can enable or disable different features like alarms, media sounds, touch sounds, reminders, and calendar events. Okay. Below the What Can Interrupt Do Not Disturb mode, we have the schedules. And here we can basically set up a schedule for our Do Not Disturb mode. So we can set it to turn on automatically and turn off automatically at certain times. So we can tap on schedules. Here we have the pre-existing ones, so we can turn them on and off by tapping on the boxes like this. And we can also add our own schedule, by tapping on add more. And here we have type of schedule, for example, time, enter the name, then tap on add. And this will open this page, and here we can edit the schedule, and we can enable it or disable it. We can edit the name by tapping on edit. we can tap on days to select on which days the schedule will be active, and you can check the days by tapping on the boxes next to them. Then tap on done. And then we have start time, basically the time on which the do not disturb mode will be turning on automatically. You can tap on start time, and you can set it by pressing on this a circle and dragging it around the clock face, or you can simply tap on the time you want to select. So once you're done with the hour, it will jump to minutes, and you can set the same for minutes. And you can also tap right here to switch between minutes and hours. And once you're done, you can tap on OK. Next, we have the end time, the hour on which the do not disturb mode will be turning off. Do the same as the start time. And then we have a couple of options like alarm can override end time. You can enable this option. If you enable it and the alarm goes off during the do not disturb mode, it will interrupt it and turn it off, basically. And next we have the do not disturb behavior, and you can tap right here and select default settings or tap on create custom settings, and here you can customize how the phone will behave during the do not disturb mode for the schedule, of course. So you can change the calls options, the messages, right? You can select from whom you're gonna get the messages, the interruption. You can enable or disable the allow repeat callers. You can also enable and disable the features like touch sounds, alarms, media sounds, and stuff like that. And once you're done, you can go back. Okay, so at this point we have our schedule, and you should see it on the list right here. You can enable it or disable it. You can tap on the settings icon to edit it. And if you want to remove it, you can tap on the delete button right here, then delete to remove it. Okay. Below schedules, we have the general category, and here we have a duration for quick settings. Basically, if you tap on this option, it will open this menu. And here you can select for how long the do not disturb mode will be enabled. And if you select for 1 hour, you can also increase or decrease the time. And for example, if you select it and tap on OK, the do not disturb mode will be enabled for 1 hour only. And then it will turn off automatically. Next option is ask every time. If you select this option, it's gonna ask you every time for how long you want to turn it on. And if you select until you turn it off, it's gonna stay on until you turn it off, of course. And the last option is display options for hidden notifications. And here you can select one of the options like sound for notifications or no sound from notifications. Next option is no visuals or sound from notifications, and then the custom, and you can customize it to your liking by checking and unchecking the boxes. Okay, and that's about all. We can close the settings now. And that's how you enable and disable the do not disturb mode, and also how to customize settings for it. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving the like on the video.